Decra-Scape. Craftsmanship, experience, imagination.
Overall, my experience with Decra-Scape was very good in that Decra-Scape has a very creative team of folks that created a beautiful design for us that fit our budget.
Very positive. It was a fun experience. It was a protracted exercise because of the size and the scope of the job.
My husband and I were both really happy with Decra-Scape. I think that the thing that impressed us most was the professionalism of the process.
Oh, I think our experience with Decra-Scape was excellent from the beginning to the very end.
And they asked us a lot of questions about what we wanted, what we were interested in, and we thought we had a pretty good idea of what we wanted, and we shared that information with the Decra-Scape team, and they came back with a beautiful design.
We found it very innovative. We found that it was not necessarily a cookie cutter of what has transpired locally in the resort, but it was a unique approach to accommodate our place, so we were very pleased with that initial phase.
I would say first and foremost professionalism. Second, I would say their design capabilities and their creativeness, very creative. And third would be quality. And they don't necessarily have to be in that order. I would really probably give all three equal weight and equal value, because the quality of the workmanship that their team provides is second to none. It was spectacular.
Well, I think the number one thing for us was working within a budget, because we had a certain amount of money that we could spend on our hardscape, and we had a lot of ideas, and of course we wanted to incorporate as many of them as possible. So Decra-Scape found a way that we could have everything that we wanted within our budget.
I think the first obvious is the professionalism in which Decra-Scape presented themselves. They understood the environment. They understood what we wanted to accomplish. They understood the product in which they were dealing with and how it would be applicable to what we wanted to accomplish.
First and foremost, their professionalism. They were also exceptionally easy to work with. If I had an idea or that really wasn't going to work, or yes, it was going to work, they incorporated it, or they explained everything as they went. Very nice, very friendly, just excellent all the way around.
It was very creative and really exceeded our expectations in terms of design, because they were able to show us a design that incorporated our needs but was really beyond what we thought was even capable.
The design phase was a collaborative effort between them and Maureen and I. I initially sketched out on the back of a napkin in a restaurant what we wanted to see on the property, and we shared that with Rodney, and Rodney looked at it, and what I wanted to do is create three unique rooms and differentiate those rooms by the different types of stone and brickwork. And we since had moved them from the initial design. We moved some a little closer, some a little further away, but the initial concept was closely adhered to, and we were very pleased with the end results.
But the build process was amazing. They did what they said they were going to do. They did what they said they were going to do for the price they said they were going to do, and it was all done on time.
Our construction phase to the completion took about 3 weeks, and at the end of every single day, the crew left the area so that we could enjoy it at night after they left.
We were absent from the site during most of the construction. We communicated very well, mostly through the internet, and Decra-Scape was sending us pictures and drawings and suggestions and confirming and reconfirming the type of stone that we were putting and using in different of the 3 different rooms. And so we felt very comfortable with what was going on. We took a hiatus because of the weather conditions up here, and then when it was resumed in the spring, once again, the communications was very frequent and often, and made us feel comfortable that we were part of it, even though we were 1,700 miles away.
It went according to plan. The only thing that held them up was Mother Nature sometimes, and that's to be expected. And when they were finished, the place was spick and span.
The completion was better than what we expected. It reflected the professionalism that they brought to the project, the depth of experience that they had in working with the resort and the environment and the contour of the land. It was reflected in the work and the different elevations that was accomplished to achieve the aesthetics that we were looking for. So we were very pleased with the end product.
My number one favorite thing is our water feature, because I had a picture in my mind of what I wanted it to be like, but I'm not artistic, so I'm trying to explain it and say I want like this rock, that rock. So the number of catalogs that I saw, Decra-Scape provided us with a lot of resources.
Again, professionalism, creativity, and quality. Quality of, especially focusing on quality and professionalism. Quality of the materials that they use. They used the best materials, and we've seen some others that didn't use quite as good a material.
Very willing to bring that open-mindedness and that creativity to the table, especially at the initial dialogue. And we found that refreshing, that we weren't getting a cookie-cutter presentation from something that was already done. It was very uniquely designed for us specifically.
I would say they were innovative. They have creative ideas. They can work with your ideas no matter what the extent, whether it is exceptionally dressy look that you want, more relaxed look, country, river.
I would describe Decra-Scape as one of the premier hardscape companies in the country. And I do have some experience in other states, and I've seen some of the work that other companies have done in other communities, like the community where we own a home in Florida. And I just could tell by the quality of the materials that the other companies, I should say, have used, and their installation techniques, that Decra-Scape is second to none. And I would consider having Decra-Scape do work for me in other states if they were willing to do that.
A company that you could work comfortably with and feel like you got a fair product, job, design for your investment.
I would highly recommend Decra-Scape to anyone, regardless of what it is that they're doing in terms of hardscape. Decra-Scape just does such a nice job, and they were so nice to us. They also do such a fantastic job with follow-up. If there are any issues at all, they're there to make sure that your needs have been met.
I would most definitely recommend them to others, and we have recommended them to others.
Oh, I would, because of the favorable experience that I had.
We recommend them to everybody.
Because I was so comfortable and so satisfied with the first event, I would certainly only use them if I was to expand the site.
I would definitely work with them again in the future.
I would absolutely do work with Decra-Scape again in the future, and actually plan to, because we've asked them to put their creative mind at work again.
Oh wow, what could they do better? That I'm not really sure they could do any better. They're excellent, and can't do anything about Mother Nature. So if that comes in, there's nothing anybody can do. But no, they were good all the way around.
Whenever we were unsure about something, they kept working and working and working with us until we were sure. So, I don't know. That's a hard one.
They brought a lot to the table. There's some little decorative things that I think we learned from doing it together.
That's a tough question. That's the only hard question you've asked me, actually, because my mind is blank. In terms of what Decra-Scape could do better, I would say my advice would be not to do anything any different than what they're doing right now. Continue to stay focused on the customer like they are. Continue to offer their creative abilities to help customers see the vision of what they have anticipated for their sites, and just keep doing what they're doing. Stay competitively priced, and just keep doing what they do.